My friends, we're at a really special spot for California. I found a cellar hole. Which, you know, you hear that a lot on these videos, but not out here. Look at this puppy. Now that's pretty cool, right? You see the entranceway that went out towards where there's a little creek here. The walls, I can't tell if they're mortared or cement. And the whole little square of it, so pretty big house. The other clues were the non-native trees, so we got these different types of pines that don't grow in this canyon usually, and some fig trees and stuff like that, and the very periwinkle that I'm standing on. This will have the little purple flowers on it. Let's jump down in here though. I just wanted to look at it a little bit. It is really filled with dirt, and it's close to a road, so I imagine people dumping garbage in it forever. But the site is pretty cool. In California we didn't get a whole lot of the migration. Here's another little pit too, so this is like a little raised up area. But I just don't find a lot of cellar holes. I find a lot of prop ups where they just put rocks for a foundation, just real crude. Remember, we're out here in the Wild West, so everything was pretty temporary or boom town or moving on. But these guys must have been here for a while. That's kind of exciting. Yeah, it looks like it's river stone but mortared together. So, an actual cement basement. That almost makes it a basement, right? There's the first big signal. Heavy piece of cast with little intricates, so it looks like it probably fit together. Piece of a wedgewood. Well, this was given a good signal because it's got a lead ring. So, that's a good sign. Somebody poked it open with a nail. It's another good sign. Well, that sounded good. But just a little stainless steel jacket on it. It's gotta be a 22. A Super X. True story. Last night, I don't live in bear country. That's how I should start this story off. There hasn't been a bear in my neck of the woods for a long time, and last time there was, somebody shot it and put it on the wall in the store like, look, there was a bear. So that's real. And it had probably been 60 years since one had been seen anywhere in the entire hill range. Before that, it was pretty urban around there. And what happened was I went out about 11 o'clock. I'd let the dogs out, and I thought, oh, I better let them back in. So I went out and heard something in the garage. There's a little garage door. The big part where you pull the cars in was shut. And I called out for them, and something crashed in the garage. And I got a little teeny tiny causeway between the garage and the house where I was standing in the sliding doors with it open. And it's only about 4 foot wide, mind you, with another door that leads out. It's a little breezeway. And so I'm like having that horror movie moment where you're like, okay, something jumped in the garage and crashed, but it didn't move. And there's been reports of prowlers around. And so I'm like, okay, maybe somebody's in the garage. So I step fully onto the deck in the little 4 foot area. Like I always say, don't do in the horror movies. I was doing the same thing, man, just like walking right into it. Like, what are you? Leaning into a little black, it's a regular door jamb. And there's a little set of stairs that goes into the garage. And huge dark shape, huge black shape. Looks like at first I'm thinking a human. So my eyes actually kind of fool me, and I see a human running up the stairs. My eyes are like getting a full grip on what this human looks like. It stands up on its hind legs, and I'm like, this is a huge human. And he's right in front of me, and I'm like assuming, I'm not much of a fighter, honestly, so I'm like assuming my ninja stance, like, oh, whoa, and say the cuss word out loud or whatever. And it looks at me and literally shoves past me and just demolishes this little set of shelves that are there on the deck. Like this, it's like 4 foot of pieces left like sprayed out on the deck from his fleeing route. So it just kind of hit me with his rump and butt, like barely, and flew out the door. And yeah, had no want of confrontation, but he's in there eating the cat food, or she. But yeah, crazy. So I've been close to black bears here in California, but that was pretty full-grown black bear, and we were like face to face. I mean, you know, he stood up, and when he came up the stairs, I thought I was about to start swinging on a human that was in my garage that was gonna, you know, leap at me or whatever. And then when he stood up, I was like, my God! And then that was it. So that happened last night. It was pretty cool. I think bears are awesome. It's kind of like a huge raccoon. Did the same thing the raccoons did. It was just huge, so it tore everything on that side of the deck to pieces, trying not to touch me is what it was doing. Right on the edge of the cellar hole. This was giving me a crazy good signal, but we can see why. And this is one of those mason jar lids, or a ball lid, or a canning lid, but fully, well, it's cracked, but it's still in the metal part anyhow. I think that's what it was reading. We'll check the hole again. It wasn't much of a hole, I just moved the leaves inside. But yeah, that's what they look like. There's the screw-on metal part that I hardly ever find. And then this. So this puts us back a ways. Anything. We could find old coins or anything here. We'll have to check. For the record, I cleared it off. It's a Boyd's. Genuine porcelain lined cap. There you go. Okay, kind of on the front of the hole, I think that there's like riff-raff rocks and boulders and stuff happening here. And what this hole is where a river comes by, and it creates an eddy behind it, so it's actually just gouged a hole. I think that's pretty natural, unless that's an old garbage pit or an old outhouse pit. So we'll check that for sure. That could be full of bottles. That's next. Yeah, we've been foiled again. See? Foiled again. Yeah. Big time foiled. Wow, this one read pretty darn good. You want to see what it is? Look at it. That's pretty exciting. You see? No way. No way. No way. Look at that. That is an old saw. That made some stuff up here. Look at the teeth. Look at the patterns on there. Yeah, it's got a set to it. Looks like it broke, but it gets fat to skinny. So this isn't a two-hand. It's I don't believe. Looks tapered. But it's definitely a big one. This is a lumber saw. It's about as big as they get when you're working them by yourself. That's crazy. Look at that by the detector. That's how long that is. Holy moly, man. That's awesome. I'm stoked. That's a good find. Right on the edge. Okay, what else do you have to tell us? You told us people lived here. And they worked here. You told us people canned here and they cut here. Let's see what it is. That was it. Looks like the little top that fits into something. It's got the two little metal flanges on the side here. That, who knows, maybe like a little filler? Made to come in and out of stuff and hook on something. There's the next little chunk. Oh, little snail. That's cool. There's the next little chunk. It was reading high, but two little grooves in it. Those don't go all the way through. It's kind of curved up a little bit and purposefully shaped, but broken. Maybe a leaf spring. Something. Okay, I rechecked the hole, and these are reading real high, but I think it's just because they're heavy. But look at that. Worn thin on that side. Thinking these are leaf springs because of the way that they're curved. These like Model A style or something. I think that would probably be the detail. Let me know. I'd love to know how old this came off of. Let's see, like that, right? Okay, let's see what this is. I just saw that it was awesome and I stopped. Are you awesome? Looks like maybe a piece of furniture. I thought it was a buckle or something because it had that on it. But it is either brass or copper or bronze. It's got little round nails in it. But that's cool. You're awesome. This one's probably the highest reading one that I've gotten all day. Oh. What are you? It is, look. See what that is? That's memories. Look, it's old, but it's a knife. So there's one blade. See the little thing? There's the top of it. There's what's left of the bigger blade. That's the little metal bar that goes in the handle. Doesn't close anymore. I'm not going to snap them off. But well, I like that one as much as I like the saw. Those are pretty cool. So here's what's in this hole that was ringing super high. It's a piece of lead. But you see, there's the whole bullet. That either hit something hard or just the dirt itself. Those are probably the little pebbles in the dirt. So this might have been shot right into the ground right here. There's the back of it. It would have been round and it just kind of went bleh and flattened out. This was an eyeball right past the hole I was trying to fill in here. Let's see if you see it. Did you see it yet? It's there. It's right in front of you. Look at that. Pretty old building sitting here, right? Okay, I was going to stop, but now I'm getting a big, crazy high signal. And when I dig down that far under the duff, it's coming from under this big old rock. So, I guess we should pry it up and look what's under it, right? It is right here on the corner of the old house. It literally sat outside the window. Oh, it's a big rock. What the heck? Got crazy and deep and complicated. But what was in this hole was cool. We got a square. I think it's manufactured. I don't know. We'd have to clean it up. It's kind of beat up. It's hard to tell for me. But we got a square. And we got a coffee can bottom that was buried down, sitting up like that. So what's in the coffee can? More square nails? Yes. But was that all that was in the can? Let's dump it out and see. You ready? Cans are good things to find. There's the bottom of it. Ah! There's a worm. No comments. No, there is a worm. Look. There's no coins in the bottom of that, just dirt. Okay. Could have been, but we found square nails. We found old saw. We found canning lids. We found all kinds of stuff, you guys. Pocket knives. That was just a little look around, so I'm going to move on and maybe we'll come back to this site with a couple other people and hit it up heavy. Until then, enjoy the snow. Enjoy the rain, enjoy the sunshine, whatever the crazy planet's throwing at you. And we will see you soon.